So I was talking to a guy, and he was saying that he's 26 and he's like hopelessly single, and so he's very frustrated. And so a lot of men out there are feeling. I know a lot of younger people are feeling like this. It's just like you feel very lonely. You feel like you're lacking in male connections, and you're also lacking in being able to connect with women. And so I gave him some advice. I wanted to share that with you because I think it's solid advice. So. A lot of guys, it's hard out there. It's hard to cold approach women. It's very intimidating. A lot of men struggle with that. This man said that he was really shy. So for one, I want to say on that point, men, like, it's ridiculous to be afraid of women. And there's a lot. The internet will tell you, hey, if you approach a woman, or if you even look at a woman sideways at the gym, she's going to call you out, and you're going to get in some sort of, she's going to humiliate you, and you're going to be, accused of something, and this, that, and the other thing. And it's just like, guys, like, this, stop it. Just stop. Like, the internet is full of fear mongering. The internet wants you to be afraid. The internet is basically keeping men and women apart in a lot of ways. Some of those ways are legitimate. I don't want to completely refute the ways in which men are vulnerable and have, women have leverage over men in a bad way. But at the same time, like, you need to understand that certain mentalities and ideas that are being you are consuming are poisoning you and not allowing you to just stand up and find a partner. If you see a cute girl at a coffee shop or whatever, and your brain is so mixed up, or you've been told over and over again that it's going to end badly, you're going to be rejected, and that you allow that fear to kind of get in the way, I think then you're the only one that gets affected by that negatively. If you want to find love, you have to have the courage to go out there and get it. And so women are not going to approach you. I think that's a big thing. And if they did, it's probably going to be like a turnoff. Like, I would say I'm a more, lean into the genders type person, more traditional persons. Like, if you want a woman, you got to go out there and pursue her. You got to go out there and let her know that you're attracted to her and you want to get to know her. Second from that is, I told this guy, I said, look, when you feel like you're 26 and you're single and you don't have don't have many options, it can be, you can come off as desperate, right? Because you're just like, well, I just want any woman that will have me. And so you can get into this mindset of like, well, I'll just take anybody. But I told the guy, so look, actually, it's in order to secure a woman, you really want to define what you want and have a standard, like a standard for yourself. You want to be selective and picky. And so I said, look, you want to write down a list of your musts in a woman. What do you want? You want a woman that's religious, not religious, that wants kids, doesn't want to have kids, has kids already, has been married before or not married, or is looking to live in the city versus the suburbs. What are their morals? What are their values? Sit down and actually define this, and define the type of woman that you want, and be selective. Because if you go up to, think about it this way: if a woman came up to you and said, I will just be with any man. I don't care what the man. I'll be with any man that'll have me. That would signal to you, this woman has no standards, and so she's very desperate. And do you want to be with somebody that's desperate and has no respect for themselves and no standard that they've set for themselves? Of course not. And so the same works with men. I would say even more so. So. When you approach a woman, you don't want to just be like, well, I have extremely loose standards and I'll go for anybody. Women will smell that on a man. Women will smell the desperation on a man, and that won't be attractive to them. But if you approach a woman and you have your list of standards and things that you're actively looking for, and you approach a woman and you're effectively, now all of a sudden you are speaking to her and you're interviewing her to see if you guys are on the same level, and if she kind of meets your litmus test, right? And of course, I would advise women to have their own set of standards, right? In that way, it's two people coming together, and just it takes a lot of the pressure off. It's like, well, hey, I just want to get to know you, and if we line up, awesome, then we can kind of proceed maybe on a romantic relationship. If not, no hard feelings, because I know what I want and I'm going to go look for that, right? And if you don't fit it, that's cool, I wish you well. So that energy is a lot more lower stakes. If you're external validation seeking, or you just say, I'll take any woman, well, now all of a sudden it's like you're trying to buy a $30,000 car and you only have $15,000 in your pocket, right? You value yourself less, and you're trying to buy Obviously, I'm not talking about buying human beings, but I'm talking about just inherently the value that we place on ourselves, right? So if you value yourself less and you want to get a woman that you value more, then you're effectively asking her to discount herself to be with you. And no woman's going to find that attractive. Women want to be valued, yes, but they want a man that values himself, and they want to have an equal exchange on that value. That's why, even though this guy was having trouble, you might think, oh, okay, well, I don't want to increase my standards, because that inherently is going to limit me in the amount of women that are going to be in my dating pool. And I actually want a dating pool that's humongous, because I'm really desperate. So, but again, if you set your standards, then all of a sudden the energy that between you and a woman changes dramatically in a positive way. Now all of a sudden it's okay, let's just see if we're a good match, and if not, hey, no big deal. It was nice. I bought you a drink, and it was nice. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you. I'll see you around. That's a positive energy, and you're putting value on yourself. So yeah, I hope that this helps somebody out there. I know a lot of guys have been fed a lot of fear mongering about what can happen if a guy cold approaches a woman and she's not interested, or they feel like, hey, only if a guy is attractive, and if the woman is attracted to the guy, she'll be really receptive, but if she's not attractive, she'll treat him like he's a creep and a weirdo. I just say, hey, look, like this sounds really corny, but you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and that's really stupid. Like, if you want something in life, you have to have the balls to go after it. It's that simple, right? So I want to empower guys to get out there and shoot your shot. Women respond to confidence within men. So if you come across and you feel confident and you value yourself, that's gonna be intriguing to them, and they might want to get to know what you're all about. I think I'll leave it there. If you like my content, I'm a small channel. I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'd love to hear comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.